You're listening to Don't Miss This on Paris Underground Radio. For more great content, including bonus videos of events in and around Paris, please join us on Patreon. Hello, and welcome to Don't Miss This, your weekly roundup of the best of what's happening in Paris this week. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity, the creator and founder of the Paris Underground Radio podcast network, featuring podcasts on a wide range of topics that come out 6 days a week and are made for people just like you. If you haven't yet, please sign up for our newsletter. It comes out every Sunday and includes a little program of what's to come each week, so you always know what's happening on the Paris Underground Radio podcasts. You can sign up on parisundergroundradio.com. I hope you're hungry, because this week is overflowing with tasty food festivals from around the globe. In between mouthfuls, you'll find 3 majestic excuses to dress up in period costume and dance into the wee hours, 2 book-loving festivals, 2 outdoor concerts in glorious historic spaces, and so much more. This week's edition of Don't Miss This covers the week of Sunday, June 11th through Saturday, June 17th, 2023. Let's start this week with a resolution to eat better, meaning more healthfully, yes, but also more sustainably. And let's let this week's Festival de Mieux Manger show us how. For one whole week, you'll find discovery and tasting workshops, activities, games, and conferences highlighting how the way we eat can help reduce our environmental impact. Associations and neighborhood businesses all throughout Paris will offer cooking classes, tasting workshops, organic product presentations, and talks on some of the ecological, solidarity, and participatory initiatives currently in development in Paris. In addition, you can find specialized events and menus in some of the professional restaurants and cafeterias managed by the city, as well as sustainable collective catering trophies for some of the cafeteria workers who have honored sustainable, local, and seasonal food in their cooking. The Festival du Mieux Manger will take place all over Paris from now through Saturday, June 17th, culminating in the Place des Fêtes on closing day, and is free to attend. For more information, please visit paris.fr. After all that healthy eating, we should probably get out and move our bodies some. Perhaps while also stimulating our minds? Beginning on Wednesday, June 14th, this will become doubly easy if you live in the 20th arrondissement, with the return of Et Vin l'été. Et Vin l'été is a free street art festival that pays homage to contemporary forms of creation, while transforming public spaces and their uses. And you'll find these creations all throughout the streets, parks, and squares of the 20th arrondissement. You can think of it as a mini nuit blanche, only during the day, with art installations, performance art, plays, and more taking place all over the district. Et Vin l'été will take place throughout the 20th arrondissement from Wednesday, June 14th through Sunday, June 18th, and is free to attend. For more information, including the full program, please visit etvinlete.com. That's ET20LETE.com. Well, that's enough talk of things that aren't food, isn't it? Let's head now to the Parc de la Villette for the very first edition of Fiore Verde, a culinary and musical festival dedicated to Italian culture. This 4-day festival will begin on Wednesday, June 14th with Italian singer Liberato, whose self-tuned phrasing is inspired by house and the tarantella. Liberato will perform his very first concert in France. Beginning the next day, during daylight hours, you'll find entertainment, DJ sets, and Italian cuisine all over Parc de la Villette. Quote, "The ambitions are simple but immense. Music, good things, softness, pleasure, inclusion, craftsmanship, sobriety, families, friends." End quote. Beginning at 7 p.m., DJs and artists will take turns behind the turntables and on stage, and the Trebendo until 6 a.m. Among the many talents, you'll find Donato Dozzi, Giorgio Poi, Lorenzo Senni, and DJ Gigi FM. But I promised you food, didn't I? Throughout the festival, you'll find Italian food and drinks all around the bar, restaurant Carmes. Fiore Verde 2023 will be at the Parc de la Villette from Wednesday, June 14th through Sunday, June 18th, and most of it is free to attend, although the concert costs may vary. For more information, including a full program, please visit cabaretsauvage.com. That's cabaret, SAUVAGE.com. If you prefer your meals more banquet style, then head to the 13th arrondissement on Thursday, June 15th, where a long banquet-style table will be set up under the Line 6 viaduct. Here, you'll be able to gather with other like-minded souls for an open-air meal within viewing distance of huge frescoes painted on the building's facades by street artists Deface and Shepard Fairey. This meal, organized by the Borough Hall and the Itinerants Gallery, is meant to be a potluck with food you've brought to share with your neighbors. But never fear, you will also be able to purchase food from food trucks and partner restaurants. Un Grand Baquet Populaire will be held on Thursday, June 15th, beginning at 7 p.m. on Boulevard Vincent Auriol between Rue Jeanne d'Arc and Rue du Chevaleret and is free to attend. What's that? You're still hungry? Well, you're in luck, because American rapper Action Bronson will be hosting a series of parties blending street food and hip-hop at Wanderlust. When the sun sets on June 16th and 17th, you can find a, quote, concentrate of street food and WTF moments set against a backdrop of hip-hop beats, end quote. And Action Bronson himself will debut new showcases of his work. Now that we've got the music covered, let's talk food. On the menu, you'll find pizza, smashed cheeseburgers and sausages, fried peach tarts, and more. Wanderlust Street Food by Action Bronson will be at Wanderlust from Friday, June 16th through Saturday, June 17th, and tickets are €28. For more information, please visit wanderlustparis.com. Okay, we're going to take a little break from all our feasting while I share a few events, and you can work up your appetite for one final food festival. This Friday, June 16th, 2 new exhibits will open at the Jeu de Paume. The first is Le Rythme des Images, which honors the work of photographer and filmmaker Johan van der Keuken. Here you'll have a chance to see nearly 50 years of photographs, books, short films, and images from this internationally celebrated artist. You'll find 100 vintage prints, portraits, and original models of Johann's photographic books, as well as documentaries and short films made between 1955 and 2000. Quote, a keen observer, the artist seeks to capture reality, the present moment. His quest pushes him to capture sometimes brutal, unvarnished moments, scenes with raw emotion. Paris quickly becomes a setting of choice for this photographer, who conveyed his feelings of wandering and desolation through his shots, end quote. The second is Franck Horvat, Paris, le monde, la mode, or Frank Horvat, Paris, the world, fashion, and features the work of renowned photographer Frank Horvat. Frank was known as a great traveler and fashion photographer of the 1960s, and this retrospective brings together 170 photos and 70 archival documents recounting the first 15 years of his career, from 1950 to 1965. Here you'll see the evolution of Frank's work, from his time documenting the daily lives of Indians and Pakistanis, to his return to Paris, where he was taken by the lights of the cabarets, music halls, stripteases, and brothels, to his entree into the world of fashion, where he famously photographed Monique Deteux at the exit of the metro, Nico at the Bois de Boulogne, Anna Karenina at Les Halles, and Tan Arnold au Chien qui Fume, to his world travels and the major photo report that came with it. Le Rythme des Images and Franck Horvat Paris, Le Monde, la Mode will be at the Jeu de Paume from Friday, June 16th through September 17th, and full price tickets are €12. For more information, please visit jeudepaume.org. That's JEUDEPAUME.org. Did you know that there are a couple of ancient arenas still remaining here in Paris? This week will give you excuses to visit them both. First, let's head to the Arène de Lutèce for the Festival Les Nuits des Arènes. For 2 days, you are invited to attend shows, concerts, exhibits, conferences, debates, games, and artistic workshops centered around the topics of artistic speech and civic speech, and how the two can support one another. You'll find a wide range of events spanning from rock fiction concerts to drag queen cabaret to debates on the French Empire. Festival Les Nuits des Arènes will be at the Arène de Lutèce from Friday, June 16th through Saturday, June 17th, and more information, including a full program, can be found at nuitdesarènes.com. That's NUITSDESARENES.com. ARENES.com. Would you happen to have time for a ball or three? That's right. This week, you'll find 3 costume balls in which to live out your historic fantasies. For the first, let's head to Invalides for the Coeur des Valois. Well known for its majestic parties and flamboyant lifestyle, this is your chance to imagine yourself as part of the aristocracy of the Coeur des Valois, as its ostentation atmosphere will be recreated for one night only in the guise of a costume ball at the Musée de l'Armée. Here you'll find yourself seated at a giant banquet table. You'll take part in intense discussions on the political issues of the time, taste 16th century ancestral dishes, and mingle at a giant costume ball, while a live orchestra plays. But be forewarned, there may be a few surprises during the evening. Rumor has it that the Catholics and Protestants plan to clash during this ball, plunging you into the heart of the conflict of this time. Bal à la Coeur des Valois will take place at the Musée de l'Armée on Friday, June 16th from 7 p.m. to midnight, and period costumes are mandatory. Tickets are €140, and you must be 18 years or older to attend. For more information, please visit musée-armée.fr. That's musée-armée.fr. You can keep your ball streak going the very next day with the Bal des Parisiennes at the Pavillon Wagram. If your idea of a party is the Viennese ball, this is the one for you. Here, in a beautiful mansion steps from the Champs-Élysées, you can experience the French ball tradition by combining dance, music, gastronomy, and the brilliance of fashion. The Viennese ball will unfold throughout the evening, beginning with a debutante opening march, followed by an opera recital, the polka, and the debutante's waltz, ending with the ballets of the Paris Opera. But you'll also find dance halls dedicated to rock and swing, with Lindy Hop, tango, and rock demonstrations, as well as a parade of luxurious dresses. If you opt for the prestige formula, you'll also be served a gourmet platter of sweet treats. The Bal des Parisiennes will be at the Pavillon Wagram on Saturday, June 17th from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Tickets range from €65 to €165, and formal evening wear is required. More information can be found at baldesparisiennes.com. That's BALDESPARISIENNES.com. Let's finish our grand ball trifecta at the Palace of Versailles with the Grand Bal Masqué. Here you can reenact the royal celebrations from the 17th and 18th centuries. This year's theme is Space Versailles. Under the artistic direction of choreographer Hakim Gorab, dancers, performers, and artists will bring your evening to life. The revelry will weave between the castle, its gardens, and the magnificent Orangerie Ballroom. As a partygoer of this ball, you must come dressed in a quality Baroque-style costume and put it on before arriving. Your face must be masked to enter and stay masked throughout the evening. Entry will be refused to non-costumed and non-masked people. The Grand Bal Masqué will be at the Château de Versailles on Saturday, June 17th from 11:30 p.m. until dawn. Tickets range from €115 to €530, and more information can be found at chateauversailles-spectacle.fr. That's CHATEUVERSAILLES-spectacles.fr. Does French culture sometimes leave you scratching your head? Well, you might enjoy listening to our sister podcast, Navigating the French, hosted by journalist Emily Monaco. Each episode focuses on a different word in the French language, and Emily is joined by an expert who will help explore what that word says about French culture. Listen now to Navigating the French on ParisUndergroundRadio.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't miss this. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. And now, back to Don't Miss This. I mentioned earlier that you would have the chance to visit 2 ancient arenas in Paris. Here is your second, the Arène de Montmartre, where you can watch a classical concert at the foot of the Butte Montmartre. Come and sit on the bleachers among the lush vegetation and watch as the sun sets and the fairy lights and street lights flicker, and be transported as talented soloists, accompanied by a string quartet and a solo piano, perform classical hymns. Un concert de musique classique will be at the Arène de Montmartre on Saturday, June 17th from 2:30 to 8:30 p.m. and is free to attend. You can find more information at fetedelamusique-paris.fr. That's FETEDELAMUSIQUE-Paris.fr. And now for something for the book lovers among us. First up is the 7th edition of the Des Livres des Artistes, a free festival where more than 60 artists and writers will come to speak about readings and books. Artists like Patrick Bruel, Elle Semoun, and Julie Gaillet, and writers like Douglas Kennedy, Romain Sadu, and Lynn Pepin will meet with the public to talk about books in an effort to fight against illiteracy and to reignite a love for reading among the young and old alike. You'll find meetups, conferences, public readings, concerts, and of course, signing sessions. Des Livres des Artistes will be at the Mail Branly from Saturday, June 17th to Sunday, June 18th, and is free to attend. For more information, including a full program, please visit deslivresdesartistes.com. That's DESLIVRESDESARTISTES.com. If you want to keep that love of books going, you may also be interested in Mots pour Mots, a free literary festival at the Grande Halle de la Villette, organized by Le Monde, L'Obs, and Télérama. Over the course of one weekend, you'll find nearly 100 free events, including creative workshops, meetups, roundtables, readings by members of the Comédie Française, a large dictation, and a summer Sunday brunch for 100 guests, hosted by chef Chloé Charles and her inventive cuisine. There will also be a comic strip competition, and the winners will see their work exhibited. And you'll have a chance to meet some of the writers, cartoonists, illustrators, translators, poets, and literary critics of the participating editorial offices, who will discuss their latest books, current events, and social issues. Mots pour Mots will be at the Grande Halle de la Villette from Saturday, June 17th to Sunday, June 18th, and is free to attend. For more information, please visit mot-pour-mots.fr. That's MOT-POUR-MOTS.fr. Let's end now as we began, with a food festival. The Franco-Vietnamese Festival of Gastronomy and Music, Ici Vietnam, is coming to the 5th arrondissement. Organized by the General Union of Vietnamese in France, this festival aims to introduce you to Vietnam's culture via the Parisian gastronomic scene, with dishes concocted from around 20 stands. You'll find traditional dishes like bo bun, pho, and banh mi, as well as contemporary twists on the classics. If you'd like to burn off some of the calories you've collected through this week's festivals, you can join in on a game of plumfoot, which is an offshoot of football and badminton enjoyed in Southeast Asia. Or you can dance to the beats of one of 6 DJs, including Kiki Rakunen, Tu Van Cao, or French Shizzle. The Ici Vietnam Festival will be at Place Monge on Saturday, June 17th from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. and is free to attend. For more information, please visit icivietnam.com. That's ICIVIETNAM.com. Well, that's it for this week's roundup of Don't Miss This. I hope this week treats you well. If you like this podcast, please don't forget to rate and review it wherever you listen to podcasts. It's the fastest and easiest way to show your support, and if you really want to be supportive, Patreon is a great way to help. Patreon supporters get bonus videos with insider views of some of the best exhibits happening in Paris right now, weekly episodes during season breaks, and access to a fabulous book club. Find all that information on patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. You can find me on all socials at Jennyphoria. That's JENNYPHORIA. Thank you so much for listening, and happy exploring! Don't Miss This is produced by Jennifer Garrity for Paris Underground Radio. For more on this show and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com.